Don't ask me what do I think about this. Um, Listen, we all know for gambling purposes, for rating purposes, for just purposes, period. We all know that games are altered. We know sometimes is predetermined or they will alter things during the game. I mean, Tim Donaghy pretty much confirmed that. I mean, that was confirmed by Tim Donaghy. So, also former NBA players confirmed it as well. What Dominique said about that they wanted a certain players to win scoring titles and they have to be taken out the game. And we all know that the draft is rigged. So, is the NBA trying to stretch the finals? Many people are asking that question. You look at the free throw discrepancy between, star Tyrese Halliburton, and then you look at SGA. He went to the free throw line 26 times, but Halliburton yet to see the free throw line. And that could play a decide factor. We all remember that series with the Miami Heat and the Dallas Mavericks, where Dwayne Wade went to the free throw line a astronomical amount of times. Now, keep in mind, at this time, social media didn't have the impact and it wasn't as powerful as it is now. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that something is going on. And the problem is, if you a gambler, you get, I'm gonna be honest with you, you are getting screwed out of your money because basically the NBA is possibly tampering with these games. Fouls at certain time. It doesn't matter who the most get because one they have a lot of money. They have a lot of money on sponsorship, etc., etc. On sponsorship, etc., etc. I've said to my life, the longer these, that's the longer they can stretch them out. So that's what they like to do. They do not like these short series. They do not like games ending in 4 or 5 games. They cannot stand that because if they get a 6 or 7 game series, they can make a lot of money, sponsorship, and et cetera, et cetera. So if they have extras, they can make a lot of money, sponsorship, and et cetera, et cetera. So if they have extra game, then that's advertising game. Then that's advertising money they can charge. To promote a movie and promote product, et cetera, et cetera. So why would you want a series to end in 5 games or 4 games? And this is why the NBA plotted, harassed Kevin Durant until he left Golden State. Because that Golden State Warriors team was too dominant. And had Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson had been healthy, they would have beat Toronto probably in 5 games. Might have would have swept them. And they just couldn't have that. So they do not like these short series. So it looked like Indiana was possibly about to go up 3 games to 1. In all likelihood, they would have wrapped up the series. So at least now we know by the series being tied 2-2, at least they're guaranteed whoever to win, uh, possibly in 6. But I think they want this series to go 7 games because they're not made. The ratings are piss poor, which I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that in a separate video. But they've been doing this for years. The funny thing is, Kevin Durant would have never went to the Golden State Warriors had Adam Silver not let LeBron basically shame him and cry and bitch, whine, and moan about Draymond Green. LeBron James shouldn't even been keeping track of how many technicals Draymond Green. Oh, they need to suspend him. Like, and Adam Silver should have never buckled to LeBron James. He should have told LeBron, I'm the commissioner. Let me do my job. And when they suspended Draymond Green and basically screwed the Warriors and basically stole their momentum and basically fixed that finals to where LeBron James can come from three down, so they could try to say that try to put him in that GOAT argument, which still it didn't work because everybody with common sense already knew that finals. At the end of the day, you don't suspend. Listen, you don't suspend nobody in the finals for no technicals. I'm sorry, unless they do something horrific, like if they throw a punch or something like that, then then okay, that's fine. But to sit up there and suspend Draymond Green, come on, man. And that's why a lot of people don't respect LeBron James. That's why they don't particularly respect that championship versus the Golden State Warriors because um, they interfered. They interfered with history. And then I wouldn't be surprised if some people from, I wouldn't be surprised if some people from the Chicago Bulls teams was crying about the Golden State Warriors, that particular Golden State Warriors team. So I believe a lot of stuff was behind what happened in the 2016 finals. But the funny thing is, it backfired when Kevin Durant signed with the Golden State Warriors. Kevin Durant was not supposed to go to the Golden State Warriors. He was actually supposed to go to I think who was possible teams he was looking at. I think in all likelihood it looked like he was headed towards the Spurs. And I think he was supposed to go to the Spurs. He was not supposed to go to the Golden State Warriors. And I think when he did that, if the league could have interfered with him signing with Golden State, they would have. And they knew once Kevin Durant signed with the Golden State Warriors, they knew that it was a wrap, at least for the next 2 to 3 seasons. What nobody wanted no championships. They knew it. They knew it. So that's why what happened was a lot of these writers, they got together with Adam Silver, and all of a sudden they started harassing and attacking Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant had done nothing no different from what quite a few other people did. I mean, at the same time, LeBron James left Cleveland and formed a super team in Miami with two Hall of Famers and Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, and they were at their peak, but nobody had a problem with that. And then you heard all these trivial and fake. Oh, you don't go to the team that beat you. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, man, get out of here. That was one of the biggest crockets of shit that I ever heard in my life. You go wherever the hell you want to go. But all of a sudden, they turned that into some fake narrative. Oh, that's a weak move by Cap. It was Cap from the gate, and I stood 10 toes down. It did. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon. You had the fake Miami Heat fans uh, coming at Kevin Durant. You just had a lot of people just like trying to say, "Oh, if he win 2 rings with the Golden State Warriors, it doesn't count." That sounds absurd. Kevin Durant did nothing wrong. He didn't violate any rules. It's called free agency for a reason. It's called free agency for a reason. He had every right to go to the Golden State Warriors. And for the next 3 seasons, it was a fake narrative. And then how I knew that it was the Golden State Warriors did, and you can't try to change the narrative. You can say that's different. No. So as long as he didn't play in Golden State, and that Golden State team will, I mean, at the end of the day, they wasn't really a super team. Klay Thompson was a NBA because it's like, okay, here we go again. Um, but this is the NBA's fault because once again, they don't know how to uh, market smaller market. Me, let me tell you something. The NBA would be fixed in a matter of a season and a half. But Adam Silver, they don't respect people like me. But the funny thing is, NFL do. The NFL is listening to people like me. They're working with people like me. So I mean, if Adam Silver and the NBA want to stay in second place or whatever, maybe in third place, you never know. They're suffering the same fate that boxing is suffering because they don't listen. They don't do the little things. And that's their problem. All they had to do is do the little things and listen. But when you got to do like Adam Silver, who think he knows everything, this is why this situation with the NBA is in dire straits. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Adam Silver don't make adjustments and he don't start listening to people. Eventually, they're gonna call for him to step down as the commissioner because he technically worked for the owners. So I'm telling you that right now, Adam, you better start. You better start listening. Situation isn't one of those situations where it's doom and gloom. But as long as they have this mentality, oh, we don't listen to people that's making videos from their mother's basement. Well, I'm in nobody's basement. I'm sitting up in a big ass room in a 5-bedroom house. So I'm in nobody's basement. You know, just let that be known. And no, uh I'm not over 400 pounds, and no, my name isn't Corky. So I'm just putting that out there. So, like I said before, um, you seeing some questions that's being answered. Like one guy asked me a couple of weeks ago. He said, "Do I think SGA can be the face of the league? Can he carry the league?" No. You're getting your answer. You're getting your answer. He just doesn't have what you call. He just doesn't have a charismatic personality, and that's no fault of his. I mean, you just can't make everybody have a charismatic um, personality. Some people have it, some people don't. I think they don't want another version of Tim Duncan. And then I think it's some other reasons with SGA. I think there are some other reasons why I think he can't become a face of the league. Why I think he can't be a global star as face is as far as the NBA goes. He is a great player. He's a great player, but there's just some things I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to get into it, but you should have an idea of what I'm talking about. It's a lot of reasons. His personality, his personality, and then his personal life is some other things. So, well, like I said, if Adam Silver better start listening because Roger Goodell he listened, and I can prove that. I can prove that Roger Goodell in the NFL is working with people like me. So I'm gonna tell you right now, he would want to listen because if he don't listen, this is going to continue to happen. And I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody don't want to see. The problem is, yeah, at the same time the ratings are low, but then at the same time, um, you can't trying to have LeBron James in the final every year, and that's the problem. They looking for a solution. And I think the LeBron James thing has ran its course. I think people are tired of the LeBron James thing. I would be sick of LeBron James. I am sick of LeBron James because I've been watching LeBron James for 20 plus years. And I just think it's time for him, you know, to turn over the ranks to somebody else. Let somebody else have it. You got plenty of people. Like the thing is with the NBA, you have to do what the NFL is doing. You just can't have one person being the guy. This is why I think they were glad. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is why I think that the NFL knew um, not to rig the NFL, the Super Bowl, to where basically the Chiefs could win, because I think they was like, okay, we don't need another Tom Brady. We don't need another Tom Brady thing. We need different teams to go to the Super Bowl. They needed the Eagles to win the Super Bowl, because if the Chiefs would have three-peated, then you would have been like, okay, then you would have been like, okay, you might have started to lose interest as a, you know, as a connoisseur of the NFL. You would have been like, damn, man, I'm tired of the Chiefs. This is why, like, after a while, people got tired of the Patriots. And then based off the fact that the NFL, it looked as if the NFL the first quarter was gonna try to screw with the Super Bowl. And I just think somebody said, just let them play. And you seen what happened. They let them play, and that Super Bowl wasn't even close. And then come to find out, it was the highest rated Super Bowl in history, highest rated halftime show. Because I'm gonna say this again, people do not want to keep seeing the same fucking thing on a regular basis. And this is why the NFL is intriguing every year, because you know why? You never know who could go. You always think that maybe, okay, this is the year that the Buffalo Bills go. Okay, this may be the year that the Baltimore Ravens go. Okay, then the Bengals. Then, over in the NFC, okay, maybe the Rams could get back in there. So that's what they be looking for. And this is what the NFL has done a great job of doing. You know, they've done a great job of marketing not just players, but the shield, the NFL itself on a global scale. And that's why they're winning and continuing to win. They need to fix it. They need to fix it. And they need to fix it soon. Yeah, that's true about the NFL. One thing about the NFL that you always like is always a team that come out of nowhere. You always kind of wonder who it's gonna be, and that's what I'm saying. You got some up and coming teams like the Houston Texans. So, like I said, you got some surprise teams. You had the Vikings that did very well. Then you got the Washington Red. Oh, excuse me, the Washington Commanders. You got the Washington Commanders making noise. That is the difference. It doesn't matter who goes to the Super Bowl for the most part. People gonna watch. It's not gonna have abysmal ratings like the NBA. Okay. Yeah, if it's a Jacksonville Carolina Panthers Super Bowl, is it gonna have the ratings that this year's Super Bowl had? Probably not, but it's still gonna have good ratings, decent ratings. It's not going to be to the point to where they're worried. So that's the point that I'm trying to make. And as far as Anthony Edwards go, um, Anthony Edwards is a young dude. I think he's learning from his mistakes, and Anthony Edwards vows to get better. He said that he gonna focus. He said he gonna focus. He gonna go to the gym, and he said he gonna work out. He said, and we want to see that. We want to see that, and I hope he keep his word, because I do think that they want to hand Anthony Edwards the league. They've already proven that, and it's already been proven that SGA, he just can't carry it. He just can't be the guy. He could be one of the guys, but he can't be the guy. Same thing with Jokic. He could be one of the guys, but he can't be the guy. There are hoping a guy like Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards has so much upside. He can be the face of the league. I'm not buying what Shannon Sharp said that he has to be married and all that kind of stuff, because at this day and age, marriage is outdated and it's overrated. You know, I don't think, like I said, I don't think MLB. I just gotta keep it a bug about MLB. MLB is falling by the waistline to a certain degree too, because basically after this season, ESPN is gonna do away with them. But from what I heard, Amazon and Netflix are gonna pick up Major League Baseball. But yeah, do I believe AE could be the face of the league? Absolutely. Anthony Edwards, I mean, I've had my issues with Anthony Edwards. I just think sometimes, sometimes he's into the game, sometimes he isn't. But I think, as I said before, he does have to take care of these situations outside of basketball. He got to find a way to fix this baby mama drama he got, even though um, even though Aisha Howard is a tyrant and she ain't about shit. She really ain't. She just a person that came up on a dude that was far younger than her, that didn't know no better. You have to understand something about these NBA players. These dudes, they don't have no game. I mean, I'm talking about they don't have no game when it comes to women, because they not conditioned. They not taught stuff like that. So, that's why. So well, that's Adam Silver's fault. That's Adam Silver's fault. That's, like I said, that's something that Adam Silver is gonna have to fix. And you can't sit up there, okay, well, the next year we just gonna make sure that the Celtics or the Celtics or the Lakers or somebody like that. I'm gonna tell you right now, the league, if it was up to them, they would have loved to have had a Timberwolves Knicks finals. Um, Adam Silver is somewhere probably, I don't know, what do we do? So that's it. That's all. What's the solution? I already said the solution. But anyway, peace out, you guys. About to hit this